Greetings, everyone. Well, check out what came in the mail the other day. We have the Mortal Kombat Kollection from Arrow Video. Look at that. So this is their recent 4K release and remaster of the original two films from the 90s. Great stuff. Absolutely loaded with extras, which we'll talk about in just a little bit here. So, I originally saw the first one in theaters back when it came out and loved it. And around that same time, I picked up the Mortal Kombat album. Yes, this is where that theme song comes from. There you go. So this is not the album of the movie. This is the album of the video game. It's all songs that give, ripping techno theme songs to the main characters, the original cast of Mortal Kombat. Very cool. And got this one as well, which is basically extended mixes and alternate mixes. Yeah, I'm going to take a little look here. I figure we might as well look at everything. Check that out. Isn't that beautiful? And if we take this out, we have... Oh, hey, I actually forgot about this. How big is this? Holy moly. Okay. We have like a full-on comic book featuring the Mortal Kombat characters. I completely forgot about this. We are experiencing this for the first time together. Well, first time again for me. So this was a comic book that they were putting out. Good old Malibu. Wow, haven't heard that name in a while. They were like all the rage in the 90s. Did all kinds of cool stuff for... well, just a lot of different comics. You find them on the newsstands and stuff. And there we go. Ad for Mortal Kombat 2. The first ever Mortal Kombat 2 screenshots. Look at that, guys. It's coming soon. Super NES, Genesis, Game Gear, even Game Boy. Oh, I bet that's the best one. And there you go, your track listing. Choose your fighter. Yeah. I mean, I miss the days of merch like this, it's for a video game. Even at the time, that was kind of unheard of for a video game to get so much side media like that. And then the other one, not as interesting to look at. You got the yin-yang symbol there, and that's that. Anyway, kind of cool. So, of course, as we know, as it was called, Techno Syndrome became the de facto Mortal Kombat theme. And in the first movie, that's the first thing you hear, right from the New Line logo, the Mortal Kombat theme just thundering out of those theatrical speakers. Awesome. So let's crack this open. I've been dying to open this up, which is why we're doing this right away. And here we go. I have to say, it arrived in pristine condition, too. Very nice. It was packed in a box with some packing paper. Not, like, terribly packed in tight, but enough that, no discernible damage or anything. It looks terrific. So what we have here is essentially a giant slipcover. They've been doing this a lot with their hardbox releases lately. Just additional protection, I guess, eh? Check that out. So kind of matte gloss on the slipcover, and then just that beautiful, smooth matte finish that we all know from Arrow's hard boxes over the years. Nothing on the back. All right, so inside, looks like we have individual cases for both movies, a book, and some posters. So let's start with the first one here. We got, oh, look at that. Nice new artwork. Very cool. Just get an up-close look at that here. Yeah. Got Goro, Liu Kang. Looks like, is that Scorpion in the background there? I think it is. Then on the back. So what do we got for extras here? I mean, this movie needs no introduction. You don't need me to tell you about that. But, so what do we got? We got a 4K restoration of the film from the original camera negative, supervised by, well, approved by director Paul W.S. Anderson. Very nice. Presented, not prevented, in Dolby Vision. Original DTS HD surround and lossless stereo. Subtitles, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we got brand new audio commentary with director Paul W.S. Anderson, a brand new audio commentary with comic book expert and podcast host Dave Baxter, Cage Match, a newly filmed interview with actor Lyndon Ashby, who of course played Johnny Cage, Leveling Up, a newly filmed interview with cinematographer John R. Leonetti, Quarters to Millions, a newly filmed interview with producer Lawrence Kazanov, The Heavyweight, a newly filmed interview with designer and suit performer Tom Woodruff. I think, he played Goro, or partly, or the physical guy in the suit part of Goro. Mortal Kombat, a Journey Behind the Scenes featurette. That's one that was released originally back in the day as a bonus feature with Mortal Kombat The Journey Begins, which was an animated special that they put out to promote the movie. Supposedly a prequel to the movie, but we'll talk about that more in a little bit. On-set interview, bites with cast and director, and B-roll footage. That's actually pretty cool. I think that stuff is new, or at least that I haven't seen. So very cool. Theatrical trailers, image gallery. Apparently the image gallery on this thing is massive. It's like almost 600 pictures of stuff. Same for the second one. Reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Matt Griffin. Original artwork, huh? I'm guessing the original movie poster art. So we got our disc there. And then we have, let's take a look. Oh, yeah, there we go. Honestly, I always really liked the movie version of the logo. I thought it was terrific, just carved in stone. And that opening title sequence, man, where it's just like doing the fly around with the logo and all the flames blasting. And you got the Mortal Kombat Techno Syndrome theme just exploding out of the speakers, deafening you. Yeah, unfortunately, when I saw it in theaters, it had already been out for a few weeks, so it was in one of the smaller theaters, which wasn't as loud. A friend of mine saw it when it first came out, and it was in the big theater with the big THX surround sound system and everything, and said it was just deafening. So, speaking of the soundtrack, I loved this movie. So, of course, I got the soundtrack as well. And there's that gorgeous stone logo. Look at that. So this is a mix of selections from the score and all of the licensed music. Quite a who's who of who was who in the 90s there. Like, look at that. You got KMFDM, Gravity Kills, Psychosonic, Tracy Lords, Orbital. You got Juno Reactor doing the music for Tracy Lords there. Utah Saints, Geezer, Fear Factory, Sister Machine Gun, Typo Negative, Bile, Napalm Death, and Mother's Day Out. Like, how freaking cool is that? And then the score is actually done by George S. Clinton, who did a lot of movie scores. And, great stuff. So, just beautiful. We'll take a quick peek at that, too. Yeah, basically just track list. Remember when you get inserts with CDs like this? Yeah, look at that. There's everything. The whole works. Oh, where'd our focus go? Hello? There we go. Very nice. So, I mentioned the soundtrack because one of the things that I notice is still absent from the new edition is, let me just move this out of the way and we'll take a look. The Laserdisc commentary. Yeah, see, this is the original Laserdisc release, which I actually still have. This is not mine in the image, though. I just had to grab one offline because mine is packed away somewhere. But if we look on the back here, you can see that there was a commentary track, which was a big deal back in the day. Commentaries basically started with Laserdisc. So I remember listening to this commentary when I got the Laserdisc, and I thought it was terrific. It's a very lively, informative commentary with Lawrence Kazanov, who was the producer of Terminator 2, by the way, and visual effects supervisor Allison Savage, who was the Oscar-winning visual effects supervisor for Terminator 2. So a lot of Terminator 2 alumni working on this. Probably one of the reasons why it's such a damn good movie. But, for whatever reason, that commentary has never been re-released. It only ever came out on the Laserdisc, and it's never been on any of the DVD releases or any of the Blu-ray releases or anything. So, the big question is why? Well, I have a theory about that. Now, Remember how much I was talking about how much I love the soundtrack? Yeah, well, one of the things about that commentary track is Lawrence Kasanoff was very keen to cross promote the soundtrack. He even says right on there, it's like, we wanted to have a hit soundtrack. And, understandable. It was very much the thing in the 90s to try to have a hit soundtrack to go with your movie. So licensed music was all the rage. So as he's doing the commentary for the movie, he's naming off all of the songs as they appear in the movie. It's like, oh, so this fight scene uses, what is it? Juke Joint Jezebel by KMFDM. And this one is Typo Negative, Blood and Fire. And, he's just like rattling them off. But then there's one fight scene where he gets it wrong. He named the wrong song and the wrong band. I think it was the fight with Reptile, if I remember correctly. He said it was something. I think he said it was Juke Joint Jezebel again, but it was actually like some other track. But anyway, I've always theorized that that's the reason we've never heard that commentary again, because he made a mistake. They have a new interview with the guy on the 4K. Like, they couldn't get him to just re-record that little right there, Lawrence Kasanoff, brand new interview. They couldn't just have him re-record that one line from the commentary to correct it and then slot it in, because it's a great commentary. So I don't know. I guess we're never going to hear it again. However, I did find it on YouTube, courtesy of good old Oliver Harper. He actually ripped the commentary and posted it on his YouTube channel. So you can hear a bit of the movie audio in the background, so it wouldn't be that difficult to sync it up with your 4K or DVD or whatever if you want to give that a listen. I'll include a link to that in the description, by the way. You're welcome. Okay, now getting back into the modern day, let's see what else we have in the collection. Well, of course, we have the greatest sequel in the history of mankind, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. What the hell went wrong? Like, I mean, the the first movie set it up so beautifully for a sequel, and it's not like there isn't a wealth of material they could draw upon in the games, but God, they just messed it up so bad. And I'm not someone who usually trash talks movies all that much. I can usually find the good in just about anything. But, man, this one's awful. So it's great to have it in 4K. Because that's just the way we are, isn't it? Destroy all expectations. Yeah, it's probably better that you do. Go into this with no expectations. So let's see what we've got here. So once again, 4K restoration from Arrow, from the original negative, supervised by director John R. Leonetti, who was, of course, the cinematographer of the original. So apparently what happened was Paul Anderson had gone off to direct Event Horizon, and the studio didn't want to wait for him. They just wanted to rush out another Mortal Kombat movie because money. And feeling that, I guess, being a video game and such, they just kind of felt like, oh, it's probably going to be a passing fad. We should probably rush this out as quickly as possible to make money because the first one did really well. And, well, we all know how that worked out for them, don't we? Anyway, so what do we have on here? We actually have an audio commentary with John R. Leonetti himself, moderated by filmmaker Jillian Wallace Horvat. So, yeah, maybe he'll tell us what went wrong. I'm actually really curious to listen to that. Another brand new audio commentary with comic book expert and podcast host Dave Baxter. The Queen of the Night, a newly filmed interview with actor Musetta Vander. Techno Tycho Orcho, a newly filmed interview with composer George S. Clinton. The Man of a Thousand Deaths, a newly filmed interview with stunt performer J.J. Perry, who played Cyrax, Scorpion, and Noob Saibot. On-set interview bites with the cast and director and B-roll footage. Yeah, very cool. Theatrical trailer image gallery. Again, about 600 plus pictures in that. Reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Matt Griffin. So let's just quickly take a look inside. Oh, we actually have... Do we have, like, another insert? We'll look at that in a sec. And then here... Yeah. I will say that is a pretty badass rendition of the Mortal Kombat logo, though. It's like you're seeing the lizard scales busting out of the stone carving. That's very cool. I don't know. I honestly, as cool as these new art pieces are, I kind of prefer the original art, like just the simplicity of it, you know. I don't know. I'm kind of undecided on that. We'll see. We'll see what we decide to use as the main cover. You'll never know. I'll probably flip it over to the theatrical, honestly. So what do we have here? Is this just a poster of... Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, nice glossy poster, too. Wait a minute, do we have multiple posters? I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all this in camera because I can't really... Well, I mean, that's pretty pretty slick. And then here, can I do it this way? Nope. I just can't pull it back enough. Sorry, guys. You get the idea, though. Poster. You've seen the artwork. You know what it is. So wait a second. Did we have one for the first one? No. Are we supposed to have an extra poster? I'm so confused. Anyway, say what you will about the second movie. One thing it did have going for it, you guessed it, a frickin' awesome soundtrack. Yeah, I gotta say, like, the soundtrack in this, almost the equal of the first one. It's a shame that the movie isn't. So, yeah, once again, we got a whole bunch of great who's of 90s alternative and industrial and techno, and then, like, club techno bands. We got Scooter, we got KMFDM, Megadeth, Pitch Shifter, Rammstein, Psychosonic, Juno Reactor, Libra Presents Taylor, Manbreak. Oh, man. Yeah, no, it just keeps going. Look at that. Future Sound of London. Yeah. Oh, this is some Lunatic Com. This is some great shit. And a new version of the Mortal Kombat theme by the Immortals, who were the, you know, the faux band that did the Mortal Kombat album, which basically incorporates characters from the second movie into it. But it's actually a pretty good version of that theme, that iconic theme. So, yeah, take a look here. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let's see what we got for the insert here. So they wanted money. They got money. At the very least, I'm sure the soundtrack sold well. There we go. Check it out. And then here. There we go. Very nice. I mean, lovely insert. It's great. But, so, what else do we have in the box? What's in the box? Let's find out.
Oh, what's in the box?
Poof, they disappeared. Well, first off, we have... Oh, okay, this is weird. So, I thought we had two posters in here. We don't. I guess the second poster was the one that was in here. But the odd thing is, this is a glossy poster, and... I don't know, not as heavy stock as this one, which is the poster for the first movie, which is their sort of standard matte finish style. I wonder, it's almost like they cheaped out on the poster for the second one because they knew fewer people would care about the second one. But it's a nice poster. I mean, as much as you might hate the movie, the poster art's good. I don't know. Anyway, there we go. And there. Oh, new poster smell. Love it. Anyway, there's that. And then finally, last but certainly not least, we have... Oh, Shang Tsung himself. Kerry Tagawa. Oh, so iconic. It's great. Arrow's official movie companion. Oh, I love how they did that. Like it's a video game strategy guide. Yeah, that is too cool. Let's take a little flip through here. Yes, Mortal Kombat, the animated video. Now, it's interesting they include some information about this. Actually, quite a lot of information about it. That's surprising. Yet, where is the special? Why don't they include that? It's been included on so many other releases. So, while we're on the subject here, I actually did have the Laserdisc, not only of the movie, but of Mortal Kombat, The Journey Begins. Now, I will tell you something about that. Now, I have no idea why they didn't include it in the Arrow collection. Maybe some kind of rights issue sprung up. However, if you have the old Blu-ray release, I just got the triple feature edition. It includes the tie-in animated adventure. Yeah. And I think that goes for pretty much all the Blu-ray releases released since 2011. So, yeah. So if you have the old Blu-ray release and you want to make sure you have everything, don't get rid of it if you get the Arrow set. I still need to get the second Legacy, actually. That one's quite good, I understand. So, carrying on with the book. So we got all kinds of stuff about the animated video that they did not include. Really interesting in that it has this like incredibly janky 2D animation. And at the time, pretty cutting edge motion capture for the sort of combat scenes. They have like these flashback fight scenes that give you origin stories for the various characters. And you know, it's very janky animation, but the cool thing about it is that they used motion capture, and it's one of the earliest examples I can think of motion capture being used for something like that. So it's interesting from a historical perspective, if nothing else. And I don't know, there's just a strange, goofy charm about that animated special that I've always loved. I have that on Laserdisc as well, and still have it, because at the time, it wasn't re-released on the DVDs or anything, so I kept it. And then, of course, got the Blu-ray, and it's like, oh, look, there it is. Oh, this is really nice. Yeah, look at that. And here's the, oh, God, an underrated sci-fi sequel? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you're stretching it a bit there. But I'll read what you have to say. I'll read it. I'm sure he presents some interesting arguments. Yeah, so, I mean, there you go. Yeah, no, that looks good. Oh, and then all kinds of behind-the-scenes photos. Nice. Yeah, I thought the Outworld sets were actually really freaking cool. Like the ones with these like big statues and stuff. Like, oh, awesome. And the fact that Goro was done mostly practically, like almost entirely practical, I think. Yeah. Animatronic head. And then guy in a suit and some puppeteer aspects and stuff like that. Oh, this is really nice. Look at that. Wild. Very cool. Well, there you go. So that is the Mortal Kombat Kollection from Arrow Films. There's just so many components to it here. Hold on. And there it is. Very nice. So, it's nice to finally have this in 4K, and actually really looking forward to diving into all these new extras. It looks like they really went all out on this one. And to have it in like just this pristine new transfer as well. Fantastic. So I would say with the exclusion of the animated special and their unfortunate inability to get the archival commentary from the Laserdisc sorted out, it's not quite a flawless victory, but I'd say it's pretty darn close. There's definitely quite a lot of new material here to sink your teeth into. And, you know, as a longtime fan of these movies, well, the first one especially, which I think is amazing, it was very rightly considered to be the best video game to film adaptation ever done at the time. I think there's been others since that have done it even better. But for 1995, yeah, I mean, the only other one that we had was kind of close was the Street Fighter movie. The Jean-Claude Van Damme apparently was originally in line to play Johnny Cage, which is kind of funny because in the original game, they wanted to have him as Johnny Cage, but couldn't afford him, so they had another guy instead. Yeah, so kind of funny how that all circled around. And then he, of course, went off to be in Street Fighter, and then Lyndon Ashby became Johnny Cage for Mortal Kombat. But, yeah, funny little connections. Anyway, that is it for the Mortal Kombat Kollection Closer Look. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and fight!